dyan, galing sa mga bulsa ng ating mga mamamayan, mga tatay, mga nanay, mga lolo at lola, ang ating mga anak at mga apo, nalulong na sa sugal. Ang mga pamilyang matutumbasan ba natin ang mga buhay na nasira ng online gambling? Ang mga pamilyang nawasak, ang mga kabataan na pariwara. Shame on you, PAGCOR. Shame on you, operators of online gambling. Kung may isang Pilipino tayong tinutulungan dahil sa kinikita ng bayan sa online gambling, panigurado ako na libong-libong Pilipino ang nagdururusa ngayon at lubog sa utang dahil nalulung sa gambling. Kung may isang bata tayong mapapaaral mula sa online gambling, mas maraming mga bata rin ang hindi nakakapag-aral dahil na-addict na at kasama na kanilang mga magulang sa scatter at iba't iba pang mga laro sa kanilang cellphone. It is a vicious cycle, my dear colleagues. The government through PAGCOR earns big revenues at the expense of broken families, broken dreams. Mapapantayan po ba natin ang kita ng gobyerno sa mga buhay ng nasira at buhay na nawala dahil sa online gambling? Hindi pa ba tayo natuto sa nangyari sa e-sabong? If we do not nip this issue in the bud, and if we do not if we do not set a total ban on online gambling, we may find ourselves slowly but surely morphing into a gambling state. I do not mean a gambling capital, which we already are, my dear colleagues. I am talking about a gambling state similar to a narco state. What do I mean by that? I mean that with the presidential and national elections in the offing come 2028, we might elect public officials aided by and beholden to online gambling lords with massive war chests and deep-seated interest in keeping our people chained to their phones, forever betting and losing. Gambling is a losing game, ika nga. Talo ang bayan at taong bayan dito. But there are a few winners, and I'm not referring to the few times that you might win and make your money back on online slot machines. When I say winners, I mean the real winners are the operators who pocket all their hard-earned money that our people desperately throw into online gambling. The fact is, when the President did not mention anything about online gambling and at least a move to curb its addiction to its people, the stocks of online gambling in the SEC, in the stock exchange, the PSE, increased so much by several percentages, Mr. President. Lalo pa silang yumaman dahil wala pong naibanggit ang ating mahal na Pangulo. And in time, these operators will not just win by making money, Mr. President, but will also be harnessing and wielding political influence in the corridors of power. In my press con, Mr. President, I said this. We need political will. Mahirap ang mga kalaban na ito. Ang iba, politiko. Ang iba, kamag-anak na mga politiko. Mayaman masyado, mga bilyonaryo. Katulad ng sinabi po ng dating Pangulong Duterte, mga oligarchs po ito. But we have to stop this, Mr. President. If not, lahat po ng ating pamilya ay may biktima na sa online gambling. Using the words of the President, mahiya naman kayo sa mga pamilyang winawasak ninyo dahil sa online gambling. My worry, my dear colleagues, is that a time will come that online gambling, due to the sinful money they earn, they will continue to lord it over for the next decades. So my dear colleagues, I appeal to you. I beg you, let us act now. Let us set the policy right while we still can. Maraming salamat, Mr. President, and I leave my faith to the Senate of the Republic of the Philippines. Mabuhay po tayo.
Thank you, Senator Mig Zubiri. Majority Leader.
Yes, Mr. President, Senator Erwin Tulfo is seeking the floor. I move that he be recognized.
Senator Erwin Tulfo is recognized.
Mr. President, thank you. It's not an interpellation, but rather a manifestation. I rise to make a manifestation, Mr. President, as the chairman of the Senate Committee on Games. I welcome the privileged speech of Senator Zubiri concerning the prohibition on online gaming and manifest my full support. Once the membership of the committee has been settled, we will conduct hearings to hear all sides. We will direct appropriate government agencies like the Department of Finance and PAGCOR to submit cost-benefit analysis, the foregone revenues from unregulated operations, as well as implications on employment, not to mention the social costs. Rest assured, Senator Zubiri, that we will investigate. As a matter of fact, this will be, Mr. President, our priority and our first hearing sometime next week regarding this matter, the banning of online gaming totally. Kasi kahit ako po, Mr. President, ay hindi po ako sang-ayon at ako mismo ay tumututol na magkaroon ng ban sa total online gaming dahil nakakasira nga po ito ng buhay ng mga Pilipino. So, at this juncture, may I invite also Senator Zubiri to join the Committee on Games and Amusement para we will hear him and his side. That's all, Mr. President. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senator Erwin. Majority Leader.
Yes, Mr. President. Next to make an interpellation is Senator Lauren Legarda. I move that she be recognized.
Senator Lauren Legarda is recognized.
It's actually not an interpellation, Mr. President. It's a manifestation of support on the total ban on online gambling. And I would like to thank our esteemed colleague from Bukidnon and the Philippines for bringing this to our attention today. I think half the Senate are authors of our own versions of the ban on online gambling. And I was expecting it to be mentioned last Monday. I hope that there could be pronouncements in the coming days, if not weeks, for either an executive order or just simply for the PAGCOR to discontinue its online gambling program. So I rise to express my full support for the privileged speech delivered by Senator Juan Miguel Zubiri on the urgent and disturbing issues surrounding online gambling operations in our country. We have long regulated access to casinos and other forms of traditional gambling. The requirement of physical presence and the face-to-face nature of these establishments served as an additional hurdle, one that often made individuals think twice before spending their money. Unfortunately, the rise of online gambling has erased these barriers. The relentless advertising by popular figures and influencers, combined with the easy access provided by electronic wallets and digital platforms, has made gambling a dangerously simple activity. It is now accessible anytime, anywhere, even to the youth and other vulnerable groups. More than just an issue of regulation, this is now a matter of public welfare, of mental health, of our economic security, and I would like to say even a national security concern. What is at stake now is a kind of future we are allowing to take root in our country. So I thank our colleagues who had filed their versions of the ban on online gambling and Senator Zubiri today for raising this timely and critical issue. I express my full support for further investigations and legislative action that will reflect our duty to protect the Filipino people from systems that exploit the vulnerabilities for profit. This growing social scourge brought about by online gambling cannot be justified by any amount of revenue that it generates. The Senate as an institution, is always called upon to protect the dreams of Filipino families and to steer them away from the traps of any form of addiction and the false promises of games of chance. Thank you, and I would like to reiterate my support.
Thank you, Senator Legarda. Majority Leader.
Yes, Mr. President, Senator Raffy Tulfo is likewise seeking the floor. I move that he be recognized.
Senator Raffy Tulfo is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. The welfare of the Filipino people comes first. May isang lumalaganap na epidemya ngayon sa ating bansa. Mabilis at tahimik itong kumakalat sa bawat tahanan at ito ay ang online gambling. We need to step on the brakes now and put an end to this. I therefore express my strong support for the firm stance taken by Senator Zubiri, who has also long called for the outright ban of online gambling. Isang addiction po ang online gambling. Isipin nyo, tataya ka lang ng 20 pesos, napakadali. Parang walang mawawala. Pero unti-unti ka nang nalululong at hindi na 20 pesos ang pinag-uusapan. Pera na sana ay pagkain, pang-enroll, pambayad ng kuryente, etc. nawawala at napupunta sa online gambling. Online gambling platforms are highly accessible, addictive, and dangerously attractive. What makes things worse is that it is advertised and visible in the country through the widespread promotion of online gambling platforms, not just in social media, but also as we pass by our major roads such as EDSA, NLEX, SLEX. If Filipinos continue to enjoy easy access to online gambling platforms, this epidemic will only worsen, affecting our Filipino families. Ayon po sa PNP, tumaas ang property-related crimes gaya ng theft at fraud tulad ng sa Lucena City, Quezon Province, na 480% ang tinaas ng krimen simula noong December 2024. Ayon po sa DOH, ang pagsusugal ay posibleng maging problema sa mental health. Tinataya rin na 66% ng mga online gambling players ay nasa edad 18 to 24. At karamihan po dito ay galing sa low-income households. Kailangang maprotektahan po mga kabataan at masang Pilipino dahil sila ang mas naakit sa instant money. Sila ang laging nakakita ng mga online gambling ads. At sila rin po ang may kakulangan sa kaalaman ukol sa financial literacy. Mr. President, my dear colleagues, while some argue that banning online gambling may drive it underground, we must emphasize that enforcement, not tolerance, is the key. I stand with Senator Zubiri's call for immediate legislation that will put a stop to this. Therefore, my message is clear. We should ban online gambling. The welfare of the Filipino people should come first. Thank you, Mr. President.
Mr. President, the Deputy Minority Leader, Senator Risa Ontiveros, is also seeking the floor. I move that she be recognized.
Senator Ontiveros is recognized.
Incoming. Former.
Recognized po ba ako, Mr. President, na magsalita?
You were the majority leader was moved for your recognition. So I recognize you.
Salamat kayo, Mr. President. Sinusuportahan ko po yung pagtindig ng Ginoo mula sa Bukidnon sa napaka-importanteng isyung ito. Yung kontra-isugal bill na inihain ko, Mr. President, ay nagdedeklara sa online gambling bilang public health risk. Yung mga highlights nito ay kasama yung pag-restrict ng access sa mga individual edad 21 at mas matanda. At may striktong age verification at pagbawal din ng direct linking niyang online gambling platforms sa mga electronic wallets at super apps na pinagbabawal din na mag-add